Hello, today we are going to make vegan sushi rolls. This is a super easy recipe and we actually had this last night, and yes, we have this multiple times a week. It is delicious, all of my kids love it, and it's super easy. So in this pot I have 7 cups of cooked rice. I'm gonna go ahead and season it. So what I did is I toasted some sesame seeds in a pan. It takes about 5 minutes. You just do it on medium heat and you just kind of shake your pan, and then I save some whole ones and I grind up the rest in my coffee grinder. So I add this to my rice, and I just use regular white rice. I don't get fancy. I mean, use sushi rice, use brown rice, use whatever kind of rice you want. And I just cook it in the Instant Pot. I rinse my rice in a colander, and then I put, if it's white rice, I use equal parts water, and then I just hit the rice setting and then make sure I just turn it off and unplug it so it doesn't keep warm. And then I leave it in the pot for, probably 5 more minutes after it's done, take the lid off and fluff it. Then I go ahead and season it, which is what we're doing now. This is a ½ cup of sushi seasoning. This is awesome. It will give you that awesome sushi taste that you look for when you go to a restaurant. So it's not, you don't have to do it. You can just not season your rice with anything, or just season your rice with sesame seeds, and it's still fantastic. So, but it does, with the sushi seasoning, it brings it up. It brings it up a lot. It adds a lot. So give that a stir. My rice is pretty hot still. It just got done. So normally I'd let it cool off for a couple hours before I use it. But for time's sake, we're just gonna go ahead and assemble this. So what I have here is a plate of cut up cucumbers. I have 3 teenage boys, so this is like a lot. Yeah, there's 6 people in my family. This is some ginger, some pickled ginger. And then this is the carrots and avocados. This is 3 avocados. And then in here we have just probably half of a head of red lettuce cut up in a bowl. So we'll grab our nori. We just buy these in the biggest pack possible. So yeah, we've been using these for a while now because I think there was 50 sheets in here. So, all right. And we'll spread our rice on. All right, so we have our rice pretty evenly spread out on here. I just leave this little bottom section for my veggies. So I'm gonna grab some cucumbers. I'm gonna grab some avocado. That looks good. And I washed my hands before this, so I'm just gonna stick my fingers in everything because that's how we do. And then some carrots. This is like the fastest, most delicious. My kids ask for this all the time. As soon as they came home from school today, they could smell it as soon as they walked in the door, and we're super excited. We're hoping that's what was happening, even though it already happened last night. Oh, and then the other thing we add on is this mandarin teriyaki sauce. My kids love it. You can use soy sauce or whatever kind of dipping sauce that you guys like. I like to just throw it in, so that way I can just serve them their sushi rolls, and I don't need to have have a bowl of condiments on the side. I can just cut it up and hand them their sushi roll, and they're good to go. So this turned out quite thick, and it's so warm. You gotta let the rice cool off, but we did not do that today. So then I like to use a serrated knife, because then it takes you don't have to push down to cut it, and it makes a beautiful roll. Also with the pickled ginger, I know a lot of people don't prefer that. I know my kids started eating it when I started putting it in there, and then they were like, oh, that's amazing, and kind of didn't like it until I just put it in there. So yeah, so that's it. All right, so we have all of this plated. I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle some sesame seeds on so they look so pretty, and then we'll give it a taste. That was amazing. The ginger is really coming through perfectly. It's so good with the avocado and the cucumber. Everything really complements well. The sauce is really great. Sometimes I don't prefer the sauce. My kids all love it. It's basically sugar, but yeah. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.